Hello and welcome. Good morning. It is I, Sylvia Hartman, coming to you live from beautiful Eastbourne by the Sea for this very special, it's the 100th Energy Show. Wow, I'm astonished. I have made it to this very seat, to this place, 100 times in a row at 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. That's astonishing. I'm astonished by that. So, yeah, Aunt Annie, you can no longer accuse me of being flighty, feeble, or unreliable. Clearly, I am a very reliable person, and I'm super excited. Yeah, I've got my step and repeat banner behind me. That's what these things are called, step and repeat banners, something I learned yesterday. I've got my pretty little necklace. I have some slides prepared. Oh my God. And I'm just, delighted to be here with you guys. And thank you very much for watching. If you would like to support modern energy, knowledge, information, so that more people can reach it, please like and subscribe, and also leave a proper comment under the actual video. This helps the YouTube algorithm learn that there are people that might be interested in what we have to speak about here today on this channel and at other times. I also really appreciate if you share the video or any of the videos to see, perhaps you have a friend who really could do with some modern energy knowledge, and just let them know it exists, because not enough people, in my opinion, know about modern energy yet. I'm going to say an extra special welcome to Susan at the Natural Healing and Biomagnetism. Hello, Susan. It has been noted and appreciated. And you're going to be the first person in line for a free surprise giveaway from us this morning. Please contact the GOE immediately after the show. Go to the goe.ac and hit contact and say that Sylvia sent you and that you are one of our free giveaway winners this morning. And the same to Lioness of Gaia, good morning, and to Marina Ferrari. And good morning to Alex Kent. I am honored to have you here with me at the 100th Energy Show. Yeah, so top 10 modern energy techniques. That seemed a good idea at the time when I thought of it, to celebrate the 100th Energy Show. And then I got to having to actually say, well, what are the top 10 energy techniques and how do I decide which ones to go for? And yeah, you know how you make rods for your own back? Well, this certainly was one. And well, it was also interesting to go through some of the things that we have discussed in more detail in the last 100 energy shows. And I am putting so many things, just free out on YouTube in articles, patterns and diagrams, because I want everybody to learn about this. And if somebody is really into it, then they can buy a book, take a course, and, get into it more deeply, practice it with real people in the real world. That would be wonderful. But essentially, I do want modern energy knowledge to be freely available to everyone who wants to have a go, try it for themselves, because that's really the main thing. All right, shall we get into it? I have to admit that I could not do a countdown and say, so the 10th best energy technique is this one, and the 9th best energy technique is that one. Apart from the number one, that became very clear to me, and that was also valuable to know, really, what your best energy technique is. So how did I decide what to do? Well, there are two things that I looked at. One of them was which energy technique has helped me personally the most and really has proven its value and its worth over the last 30 years. Which have I used the most in different circumstances? And the other one was which were the ones that I found other people responding to when I'm teaching, when I'm training, when I'm getting feedback from our trainers. Which techniques are the ones that people really, really embrace, even if they've never heard of them before? So these two things, just like a Venn diagram, where they overlap and they are the same, those are the 10 energy techniques that I have chosen. Now, as we have a lot to get through, let's get started. And I'm going to go through these, and they're not necessarily in the right order, and I have just explained why that is. Let's start with number 1. And number 1 is the thought flow technique, the snow globes from EMO Energy in Motion. When I was first learning about energy in personal usage, I found that oftentimes I would obsess about things and thoughts would just go round and round and round and round in my head, and I could feel how that was overheating this top half of my energy body. It was just pulling away energy from the rest of me, and these thought loops, these obsessive thoughts were just driving me crazy. And so one day I decided to do something about it, to take those thoughts, literally to take them and to throw them up and over my head. And when I did that, and you can see this in the diagram, the thing just disappeared. The thing I was obsessing about, I could still track it a little way over my head, but then it sort of went down halfway down my back and it was gone. It was most interesting thing to do. And from that comes many different applications of the snow globes. The best one, and the one that I use the most, is to put everything I worry about into a globe, and then when I'm ready, when I feel that everything's in there, I just throw it up and over my head, and that is such a relief. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to do, and I recommend it highly. You can also put hopes and dreams and goals and plans and positive things into these snow globes. And seeing that we're here, we might as well. Just form a little shape of a ball. Let's do that together and see how it works now. Let's just form a little ball here in front of us, an energy sphere. And into that energy sphere, just put one thing that you want more of in your life. Just one thing. Concept, an idea, symbol, an image, in any which way you want to represent that, put that in there. And now just throw it up and make sure you don't smash it into your forehead. It wants to go up and over your head and down the channel that runs down the back of your spine. Ready, steady, deep breath. And hop. And just notice how that feels. I got a lovely, delicious shiver going down my spine. Thought flow is awesome. It has 1,001 uses. It's a wonderful thing, and something that that really surprised me. When you put the first time I did this, when I had the thoughts going round and round and round and round in my head, it was to do with research. And I did this, and I was just so relieved because it made the whole energy body feel better. Then 3 days later, all of a sudden, in the middle of just doing some housework, as boiling eggs for breakfast, there was the answer to that question. The question that had driven me crazy. And that was something I didn't expect. So, yeah, thought flow, awesome, awesome thing. Anytime you're really stressed and worried and you don't know what to do with yourself, or you're obsessing about something, this works with love relationships as well. It works with any kind of situation where your thoughts just come back and back and back to the same issue. and you can't solve the problem, couldn't recommend it more highly if I had at least 8 arms and 3 heads. So yeah, awesome technique. Okay, which one shall we have next? Well, why not go for this one? And here we have the heart of gold, heart healing. The heart of gold that shines like the sun. This is a technique that is so helpful and so useful and so healthy that seriously, this could be at number 1 any time of the day. Any time of the day. The way it stabilizes a person's energy system, no matter how distraught or upset they are, it is just something that you can remember to do no matter how, how stressed and freaked out you can remember to assume the heart position and start taking a deep breath. This is so effective and so helpful. I just don't have even words to describe it. So for people who really are struggling with emotional control, emotional wellness, chances are that they had some heartbreak at some point in their lives, and they really do need to focus on heart healing. When I originally invented this, it was for a child abuse survivor who really didn't know how to make it through another day. So yeah, I'm going to put some, after this video is finished, I'm going to put some links to further information for every one of the techniques. And so that, you can learn how to do that. But it's not just that. The heart healing posture really does put mind, body and spirit in the same place at the same time. So almost everything we do in modern energy starts in the heart position. Even SuperMind meditations, making setups for modern energy tapping, making setups for modern energy art, so that we have a way to direct our energy work, and we know that all the relevant aspects of us are listening to this. Star Matrix as well. It's just super useful, and it has so many benefits. I'd like to add another one. So let's say you're not distressed or in a bad state, but you're really quite energy high, and you want to do some hands-on healing, or you want to use your hands for something. Place them in the heart position for a little while, and with experience you can start to feel your hands starting to tingle. I mean, by all means, do that now. Join me and do that. And it switches on your healing hands of energy. So when you're doing something and let's say you are giving some healing or some distance healing, and at any time you feel like your hands have turned off for some reason, or they've run out of juice, you can put them back into this powerful energy field that is the heart center, and start them up again, which is brilliant. It's a great thing to be able to do. Yes. And of course we want our heart of gold to shine like the sun. And so that's a beautiful energy technique, which also deserves to be number 1 in its own right, simply because so many people love it so much, and it's used absolutely everywhere, and everybody loves this technique. With big gratitude to the child abuse survivor who caused me to come up with a solution for them on that day. Okay, so which one's next? Yes, okay, let's make that big, because it deserves to be big. The gift from SuperMind. This is an early form of the thought flow spheres, and it's one of the oldest techniques, the oldest modern energy technique, if not the oldest modern energy technique. That's from between sort of 1993 and 1996. And we were doing Sanctuary then, which is now called SuperMind. And when we didn't have any tapping back then. So if in Sanctuary we came across a witch or a troll or something, yeah, arg, we found out that if we gave them a gift, that the troll would become friendly or would transform into, just a friendly person. The witch would transform into a young child that was quite happy. It was fascinating. It was really interesting. And so giving the gift is a really simple thing to do. And we can do that because it is so quick and easy. And because you guys, of course, know what you're doing, we can do a gift together. So we'll form our sphere. That's where the thought flow spheres eventually came from as well. You form a sphere, and today we're going to give a gift to the world of human beings. The actual world, really, it just goes on for another few billion years. It'll be all right. The world of human beings. Let's give a gift to the world of human beings. And I would also very much like you to type in what gift you have given. Leave it in the comments, please, because I would like to know. So I am going to find something to give. And I have got soothing, powerful, enormous ocean waves. The deep ocean waves, and the sun shines through them, and they turquoise. I love those. This is my gift to the world. Calming, empowering, rhythmical, natural. All we do with the gift to release it is we just open up our hands like we would encourage a bird to fly from our hands. Like that. Whew. When you've given the gift, there is an energy reaction in your energy body. And please take a note of that. That tells you that something has happened, that you've done something for your energy body that it liked, that woke it up. And the gift is also so beautiful because you can use it at any time and for anything where your heart really goes out to it and you might otherwise feel powerless. Like if you're driving through country lane and you see a neglected horse that's standing in a stable, please call the RSPCA as well, but before you go, send that neglected horse as a gift to help stabilize its energy system. Or you might come across a landscape that has been horribly mutilated, turned into a dump, or just torn up with mining or industry or something like that, and you're like so sad at the state of it. Giving that landscape the gift is really healthy for your energy system. And it does create change at the energy level at the same time. So, if you're in hospital and all the suffering is driving you mad, just give a gift to the entire hospital. Or to an individual person that needs the gift. A loved one far away who's struggling with health or finances or loneliness. Send them as a gift. It's a beautiful thing. Sending it to animals in particular, I advise, because when you see an animal turn around and all of a sudden go, "Oh, what was that?" you know that you've actually done something real. So I love that. I've got some gifts here. Lioness of Gaia gave humor, lots and lots of humor as her gift to humanity. Wonderful. And Susan has given connection to spirit. Well, we've got humor, we have ocean waves and a connection to the spirit, and that's a wonderful thing. And a happy good morning to you, dear Solar Phoenix, too. All right, so what is on? They're all really top one energy techniques, aren't they? It's no wonder I couldn't decide. Right, next one. I wonder what it will be. Ah! Yeah. Star Matrix. Look up from Star Matrix. So instead of looking down into our trauma memories, we look up towards our star memories instead. Remember a good memory from this lifetime for a change. This is quite fascinating, and metaphorically speaking, this picture here, what it says is, don't look down in the ground in the grave. This isn't where your loved one is. Look up to the stars instead. So I've been saying at funerals, instead of rest in peace in the ground, soar in joy. S-I-J, soar in joy. The minute we do that, it is intensely uplifting, powerfully good for your energy body. And metaphorically, it really does explain Star Matrix so profoundly. The ability to remember good memories, any good memories at all, has to be practiced, especially by people who've spent a lifetime searching only for trauma and dealing only with trauma, either as patients or as therapists or as a combination of both. New pathways in the brain have to be built in order to access star memories, good memories from this lifetime first. But once the first few connections have been made, the process takes on a life of its own. And we can actually do interesting things with Star Matrix. Like if we're depressed or we don't have an idea or we're stuck somehow, we can say to ourselves, give me a star memory that will help me today. And some kind of thing comes in, it's positive, it's uplifting, it's often, wow, I have never thought of that before. At the very least, it reminds you of a time when you were really powerful and with it and happy and, high, energy high. It connects you with an energy high aspects and raises you up instantly. Star Matrix is an example of software for the human brain that doesn't act as a destructive virus, but instead really encourages good, positive, healthy mind and brain functions in the most profound way, and it can help us in moments of freak out and stress. It's wonderful. It's just a really, really good thing. But with that metaphor, just remember to look up. If you're down in the dumps, take a moment, look up. If you're in a room, look through the ceilings, no matter how many there are, and connect with the sky above. And even if it's cloudy or rainy, the sun always shines above the clouds. And the stars always shine for you. And yes, that's a metaphor, but it's also a structural reality that when we actually look up in the widest metaphorical sense, we empower, we expand, we unfold. I personally think Star Matrix is the way forward for all things to do with mental wellness, with emotional wellness, and with modern energy. Star Matrix is the way. So yeah, this is my number one tip. Look up. Have we got time for this? Yes, we do. Go on. Do it now. Do it now with me. Let's do this together. Let's assume the heart position. And just ask our dear energy mind, ourselves, to remember a good memory from last week, last month, when you were on holiday. A really good memory that when you connect with it right now, it makes you feel good inside. I like to say thank you to my dear energy mind and my beautiful brain to have provided me with such a thing. Show some gratitude. So I'm going to say thank you, because I just remembered the moment when I was doing my gratitude symbol circle in the garden last week, and the sun just shone through the bamboo, and I had such a wow moment. It was beautiful. Really, really beautiful. Mind, body, spirit all having fun in the same place at the same time. Now, if you haven't been able to access a positive memory quickly and easily, I really recommend my Star Matrix book. Please buy it and read it. It is structured in such a way that as you're reading through the text, you are encouraged to start remembering different kinds of positive memories from your lifetime. So, yeah, that's sponsored by Star Matrix. That's my number one modern energy technique. Oh, God, I wonder what we have next. Oh, yes. That's my number one modern energy technique of all time. The classic game from Project Sanctuary. A lot of people call it the perfect place. Take me to the perfect place in time and space, where I can feel better, discover something amazing, find a new story, find a new resource for my life. It is so perfect, it is so endless, and it speaks directly to our energy minds, previously known as the sub or unconscious minds. Our dear energy minds, dear energy minds. They can do such marvelous things for us. They can create these habitats in the energy worlds into which we can consciously enter. And then when we're in there, our energy bodies react exactly as they would in physical reality. This gives us not just a second life. It gives us, I don't know what that is. It gives us being a human, proper human being back, in my opinion. This is extraordinary. The fact that we can be here and now, or we can be there and then. And the classic game takes us there. It makes it super easy for any person. I mean, of course, kids can do this. But let's say a 63-year-old psychotherapist, lecturer, even they can do this with the classic game. It's a super simple, super effective program software for the human brain I have built in 1993 and tested it on many, many people. And it's just a fantastic thing. Now, I have lots of SuperMind content on my channel. Lots of SuperMind. It has its own playlist. So if you are into the other worlds and having experiences that you cannot have in the hard at all, riding the dragon, becoming the dragon. Oh, dancing with ribbons of light. Seeing great golden karmic wheels and interacting with them directly. If you are into that kind of thing, and I am, this is the joy of my life, then SuperMind's for you, the classic game is for you, the perfect place, as so many people are calling it these days. The perfect place for you to heal, to rest, restore, relax, recharge. It is awaiting you, and your dear energy mind can create it for you afresh every single time you ask. This is super powerful energy work at a very high level, and yet it is so easy that a 3-year-old child can do it. So yeah, I guess this is my number one. All right. Which one's next, we wonder? Energy dancing. Yes, now that is a fabulous thing. Great picture, by the way, aspect of you with the 3 dancing men on the t-shirt. I love it. EMO Energy dancing. So when we were first doing EMO Energy in motion, it came to pass that we started to notice that when you make movements, these movements may encourage energy flow. And so we asked the question, I asked the question, I wonder if there's special movements that we can make that would really help our own unique energy bodies express themselves better, work better, so that they work better for us. And I know loads of people really love going to yoga and doing, the things in a row. Everybody stands in a row and puts a vase on their head. And that's great. I mean, wonderful. No problem. But I am one of these people who has a very personalized energy system. I don't even want to go into the whole child abuse thing. That's one part of it, but there were also many star events on the other side of that. And so I have a very personalized energy system. And putting a vase on my head just doesn't appeal to me. Sorry, it doesn't. It's just no. I want to do something else. I want to be myself. I want to express myself. And so I came up with energy dancing, which is basically to ask your physical hands, to start with, to start making the movements that the energy body needs to flow better. And we can't know what these movements are. So what happens is that this other part of us takes over, not the conscious mind, but a different part of us takes over, and the hands start making these quite unusual, unique movements. And everybody who does that has different movements. But because we asked for movements that will improve the energy flow through the energy body, specifically, everybody's energy goes up, rises quickly. And of course, because there's no worry about getting, the vase on your head just right, and worrying about in dancing, about dance steps and all these other things, or what other people think, we can simply let our own bodies guide us in the right direction for better energy flow. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. And one of the reasons it's on here is because I know from the people who do it, and including myself, that this is an energy technique you can do anytime, anywhere. Once you've sort of learned to do this, basically, people don't know that this is happening either. So I particularly remember one time I was at a New Year's Eve party just after this was invented, and I decided to do some energy dancing on the dance floor. And it just completely transformed my experience of the night. It was amazing. It really was beautiful. I remember another time when I was in a very, very hot country and nearly dying. I was supposed to be, energy leader, but it was so hot and the day had been so long. Oh, God. And from a bar across the street, there was this sort of rap music, which is not something I like. But I did a little bit of energy dancing. Just a little bit. And it was extraordinary. I managed to do the whole rest of the night perfectly well from that one little bit of energy dancing about 7 o'clock with that party that night. It's amazing. So, yeah, everybody has their favorite playlists. Everybody has their favorite songs. Doing energy dancing to your own favorite songs really is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Full body, really organic, natural, holistic energy work that is just for you, and it's created by you. And I don't know what could possibly be better. Yay! Yay to energy dancing. Okay, and what do we have next? The magic hands. We have already talked about the fact that we can switch on our healing hands in the heart position. But this is one of those techniques that you can do with anybody at all, off the street, little kids, anyone. You might not be able to use the word magic in case there's people freak out, but it is just a super thing. And I'll tell you something else about it that makes it in such a super thing. So when we're doing the magic hands, we're just basically assigning a positive, something that we want to assign to each one of the fingers. So for example, what do we need today to be happier or stronger? So we need laughter, and what you do is stroke down from the tip to the center of the palm of the hand. Today we need laughter, we need power, we need happiness, we need leadership, we need, enlightenment. So all of those are coming down into the palm of your hand, and that activates your magic hands. Now this hand is magic. Let's do the other one with some more positives. What else do I need today? I need certainty, I need safety, I need more enlightenment and more magic and more wisdom. There we go. Got them in the hands, and you really feel that in the center of your hand tingling, which is great. And I love this screen here because it says magic hands, stroke, wash, tap, heal, make, love, life. Everything changes when you switch on your magic hands before you start typing. Everything changes when you switch on your magic hands before you start stroking your cat. Everything changes when you switch on your magic hands before you knead the dough. It's brilliant. It's something you can do under a desk, on a bus, and nobody will ever know that you've done that. It's empowering, it's stabilizing, it's uplifting, and it is sort of a step into a world where you create reality in a more multi-dimensional way. But I will add something to this. That's quite important. So during last GOE conference, I was talking to a doctor who was working with people who have a lot of pain, but no physical sensation. Some of them have a physical reason for the pain, and the painkillers are not working. And one of the things that he does with his clients is to try to concentrate on a different part of the body. And so what we discussed was that practicing paying attention to that, to make a little circle in the center of your hand and focus your attention on that and start practicing that. Then switch to the other hand and do the other hand instead. And I have tried this out with things like toothaches and headaches and sciatica and all sorts of things. And with practice, this is actually really, really good. See, what happens when people have chronic pain, the more they connect with that pain by feeling it and then reacting to it, the more profound pathways they are building into the pain. And to do the magic hands, and especially this in the center of the hand, that helps build a different neurological pathway. And that can have literally 1,001 uses. But that's research and for the future. Now, I use the magic hands often, especially for certain things. Love them. I have taught them to lots of people, including children. They also absolutely love them. And they have a lot of research potential for the future in retraining our attention away from physical illness and into other places. And so, yeah, it's an awesome modern energy technique. I hope you're playing along here as I'm talking. I hope, without me telling you, you're actually trying it out and drawing a little spiral in the middle of your palm. This is a nice little tip at any time, like you feel you're having magic failure. Like you might be in the middle of talking to somebody and you just feel your energy system collapsing on you for whatever reason. Just draw that little magic spiral in the center of your palm, and you can slowly start to feel yourself spinning back up again and taking better control of the situation. It's a great, great thing to be doing. Okay, I'm excited. I wonder what we have next. Rock of Ages. Oh yes. The Rock of Ages. I have included this technique here because this has helped me personally so much, so often, and in so many different situations that I am hugely full of gratitude and indebted to the Rock of Ages. It is so simple, so profound. All you need to do is to find a pebble. Find a pebble and hold it. Hold it in your hand. And remember that what you are touching there may be a small pebble, but this is a rock of ages. That was a mountain once. And it got washed off and down into the sea. There is age and wisdom there that connects you to the deep structures of our planet, of our physical reality, of life itself. It is a form of tree hugging that you can do at any time, at anywhere. You can get a hold of a rock, a little stone, a pebble. I once was saved by a pebble that I found in the planter of a palm tree in a horrible hotel where I was staying for reasons that need not be even remembered. But I was just distraught and just really, really, really discombobulated and stressed and freaked out. And there was the planter with the pebbles. And that's when I had my first big Rock of Ages experiences with such gratitude as that actually worked on the energy system to connect through the rock to the mountains, to the ages, to the earth, to the fabric of the great creative order and reality itself. It just brought back sanity in an instant. There's many times when you can't hug a tree, but you can carry a little pebble, and you can find one in almost every environment on planet Earth. A pebble can be found. So yeah, this is super magic, is ancient stone magic. Is such it always reconnects me to the primal aspects of being a human being as well. So that is a fabulous thing, and a true modern energy technique. Yeah, cool. Next. Wonder how time is doing. The Sun Healer. Right, I'll do this a bit faster. The Sun Healer, yeah. That came to me at a training in Bosnia in a shot up area full of concrete and bombshells and holes in the ground. And there was just nothing, nothing there. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And there was the sun in the sky, blazing down on us. And that is where the Sun Healer was born. What you basically do is you go out in the garden when the sun is shining, and you become aware of where it is the hottest, where it's actually touching you the most. There is a center to this heat. It's not like a blanket. There is a focus where the sun is falling on you personally on that day, sending its ray to you and no one else on planet Earth. You're the only one who's getting those rays, those energies that day. What you do is you actually sort of move your body until you can feel that center where you need it, where the healing needs to take place. Now in this picture here we see it that this lady is using it on her heart center, which is a great idea. And it's also a nice big area for people to learn to actually rotate themselves around so that they are just in the right place to receive this energy. Then you emo it through, in, through and out. Beautiful thing, absolutely beautiful thing. Try it if you have backaches or hip aches or headaches even. Just play with it and remember it, that there is this energy healer up in the sky. Multi-frequency. There's no medical instrument or new age medical instrument that has that many frequencies pouring down on you. Graciously, indefatigably, beautifully. Thank you, dear Sun Healer. Right. And what have we got next? I'm excited to find out. Modern energy tapping. Woohoo! I know many of you have waited for this. And here it is. It's a brilliant technique. Tapping on the meridian points, giving people something to look at, a chart to follow. People like to follow charts, especially when they're new and unsure and they are stressed. And these are the points that you need to tap. But why this is on this list is because the joy of freeing the actual tapping from the horrors of psychotherapy. You do not have to sit around and psychotherapize yourself and dig around in ancient childhood trauma anymore with modern energy tapping. You just need to ask your poor self, now then, you poor thing, what do you need right now to feel better? And whatever is your heartfelt outpouring of an answer to that question is what we are going to be tapping for. And that is such a game changer. I just hardly have words. And that is what turns tapping into a super technique that you can take out anywhere, show to anyone, have anyone be interested to finding out how it works and what it feels like. That makes it super easy, super successful. Wonderful. Wonderful technique. Big thumbs up for modern energy tapping. Okay. And here we have modern energy art solutions. I'm going to take myself out of the picture there for a moment so you can read it properly. Stop painting the problem. Start painting the solution. This is way beyond painting and drawing and sketching. Way beyond. I don't know how many times in the course of a month it happens that I actually hear that in the back of my mind. Where I'm like, oh, this is so awful and I hate it and I wish it didn't exist and and in the back of my mind the voice just whispers, stop painting the problem. Start painting the solution. This is of course the big turning point for the GOE and modern energy in and of itself. This is why we don't tap on trauma anymore. Instead, we're looking for the solution. What do you need to feel better right now? And trust that the human being we are asking that question is intelligent enough to know the answer to that. I need more love. I need more care. I need more compassion. I need more support. I need more help. I need more attention. I need more whatever. So beautiful. So beautiful to do that, to stop painting the problem, start painting the solution. This takes us at least into thinking about the solutions, rather than getting mired and drowning in the problems of old. So even though this is a technique that you can apply literally with a pencil and some colors, if your solution had a color, what would it be? If it had a shape? That's what we need. We need the remedies. We need the solutions. We have discussed our problems and argued about our problems for long enough. Revolutionary, absolutely my number one modern energy technique. Stop painting the problem. Start painting the solution. Whew. Okay. And I think we now come... an honorable mention, the energy symbols. Love them, do them loads, absolutely adore them. They are with me all the time. I paint them on sponges before I wash a work surface. I have a symbol circle in my garden. I have them right next to my computer. They are wonderful. They're a blessing. I wouldn't want to live without them. And I know that people who know about them also feel the same. So that's why they are here. And finally, here's my number one modern energy technique. It's the modern energy chart and the Sue scale. This isn't something you do in the lotus position. It's not something that you do in meditation. It is something that you see, you look at, and if you understand what's going on there, it will totally revolutionize your life. It will change your life for the better from that moment forth. This is the number one energy technique there is. That's it. It's not just an intellectual exercise. It opens the door to understanding our thoughts, our emotions, our behaviors, and those of other people in a different way, in a different context. And the Sue scale brings with it hope that there's more than feeling nothing. That's the importance of this. I cannot possibly overestimate the importance of this message for humanity. Is that there's more to life than feeling nothing, and that we should actively be trying to move up the Sue scale, the modern energy chart, that we have been in the high energy states in the past, that there's hope for you as a person, hope for you as a member of society. There's hope for humanity itself in the modern energy chart. And I would like every person in the world to have at least seen it the once in their lives. I have said this before, but this is my wish. So, yeah, that's my number one modern energy technique. All right, guys. Oh, what does Alex say? Let's see. Yay, modern energy chart, says Alex. I love how this chart explains everything that involves one or more social mammals. Yup. It even explains what happens in societies when they become stressed, in organizations, in teams. It's structural. It's like inventing the wheel, It's a useful thing. Okay, so yeah, and now I would like to say that we didn't actually have top 10 methods. We had 13 altogether. And I would like to say that the current way in which entertainment media operate is that they like to subvert people's expectations. And I believe that what we should all be doing is trying to not just meet people's expectations, although that would be nice. It would be lovely, actually. We want to try and exceed people's expectations. Exceed our own expectations of what is possible, have our own expectations of what other people can do and bring to the party exceeded. Go to see a movie and be blown away because your expectations have been so wildly exceeded. And that really is also a part of modern energy and understanding the modern energy chart. That we don't need to subvert people's expectations. That's just a sign that you can't even meet them. Never mind exceed them. And that's where we want to go. And I've been wanting to say that for a very long time, and today gave me the opportunity to finally say it in public. All right, guys. Love you people. Lots. Really excited. So all of you who are watching live, go to goe.ac and send a message to staff at goe.ac, that's where it goes, to say that you were live on this live stream. Do this right away, because that window of opportunity closes in an hour from now, and you will be getting a surprise gift that you can choose from a list of your own choosing. As a special thank you for having been with me live and helping me record the 100th energy show. I'd also like to thank everyone who's watching the replay. I love you loads, and you will find a list of further information which I'm going to put under the video right now after I finished recording this. Please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment. When you watch one of my videos, always leave a comment. Even if it's just, well, hey, or that was good, or enjoyed it. That will really, really help this channel grow, and more people hopefully finding their way to the positive side of the Seuss. So I am going to say thank you very much. I'm excited to see what the next 100 energy shows are going to bring. I don't know if I'm going to make another 100, but it was fun so far. It was exciting. I love talking about modern energy, and I wish more people would know about it, and this is absolutely true. Sparkling blessings to you all, wherever you are on your life's path. Please know that you have an amazing physical body. You too have a beautiful, beautiful mind. You also have a radiant, astonishing energy body. You are a multi-dimensional being in the oceans of energy, and your happiness matters. With lots of love from me. Bye for now, and see you soon again. Bye, everyone.